Hello, welcome to your yoga workout. My name is Tauni, and this class is a fusion of yoga with strength training, and today I added 2 short cardio bursts. You're gonna need a set of weights. I recommend lighter side. I have 5s. You're gonna wanna place them near the top of your mat. And as always, this is your class, your time on the mat, so make any adjustments that you might need throughout. So when you're ready, let's get started. We're going to begin in mountain pose, stepping to the top of your mat, bringing your feet about hip distance apart, glance down, lift the toes, then place them down on the mat. Start to engage the muscles in the legs, stand tall. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears and then down your back, arriving in mountain pose Tadasana. On your next breath, reach up, and then exhale back to mountain pose. Again, deep breath in, and exhale. Breathe in, high mountain. Soften your knees as you hinge forward, coming into ragdoll, cradling our elbows in the opposite palms. Start to sway side to side. So we're beginning to open up the back side of the body. Then move into some stillness in the center. Maybe turn the head side to side, forward and back. Release tension in your neck. Taking the hands down, bend the right knee deeply. Take the left arm up and maybe start to straighten that left leg for a standing twist. Hands find the mat, deeply bend the left. Right arm comes up, and again, maybe start to straighten that right leg any amount. Forward fold. Stepping back to downward facing dog. So feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance. Move forward into a high plank. Now pause here. You want to be sure your shoulders, elbows, wrists are in alignment. And anytime we're in a plank, you can always take the knees to the mat. We're going to lift back to downward facing dog and simply flow those 2 poses. So coming forward to a high plank, and then lift the hips up and back, down dog. Continue. So I do cue moving with the breath quite a bit, but there is maybe parts of this class where that's just not going to work for you. The heart rate will become too elevated. So just listen to your body. Just breathe normally. Good. Coming forward to that high plank, lower your body to the mat, elbows in. Release the tops of the feet. You're going to press the toes down into the mat, lift into a cobra, and release chest to mat. Lift again into cobra, pause, turn your gaze over to your right side, and then come back down. Again, lift into cobra, pause, turn your gaze over the left shoulder. And release. We're going to keep our knees on the mat, press your arms straight for a supported plank. Hold here. Then tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Begin to look forward and step to the top of your mat. Come into a half lift. And forward fold. As you inhale, rise up, high mountain. And then mountain pose Tadasana, arms at your side. We're going to flow through the sun salutation series 2 times through. So reach up, exhale, forward fold. Half lift, forward fold. Stepping back to high plank. Shift forward, bend the elbows halfway, chaturanga. Again, knees could come to the mat. Flip the feet over for up dog. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Look forward, step to the top of your mat. Lengthen your back into a half lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rising up, high mountain. And then mountain pose, arms to your sides. One more time through, reaching up. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. Stepping back to high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, press into the tops of the feet, down dog. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Step to the top of your mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise, high mountain. Mountain pose. Sit back into chair, Utkatasana, so you bend both knees, arms reach over the head. Forward fold. Half lift. Step back to Chaturanga, so you're going to want to lower down. Upward facing dog. Down dog. One leg dog, lift your right leg. Bring the knee through the chest, step the foot forward, back knee to the mat. We're going to find a kneeling lunge. Pause here, be sure knee over ankle, hips dropping forward. Hands to the mat, down dog. One leg dog on the left. Stepping that foot forward, back knee down. Kneeling lunge, arms up. Sink forward. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Hold high plank for 5. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Breathe. Look forward, step forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. And mountain pose. One more time through, one change, sit back into chair. So we should be getting warmer. Forward fold. Half lift. Step back, bend the elbows, lower into that push-up position of Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right leg lifts. Step forward. This time we're going to come into a high lunge. So back knee stays lifted. Reach your arms up. Sink a little deeper. Hands to the mat. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing. And down. Lift the left leg. Bring it forward. High lunge. Again, take your time here. Find your pose. Hands to the mat. Step back. Half series flow, Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Deep breaths in and out. Come forward to that high plank. Nice and slow, we're going to tap our right knee to the elbow or tricep, and then switch sides. Again. Belly's lifting up and in, you're pressing your arms away from you. Down dog. Moving into a yogi squat, we're going to step our right foot to the outside of the right hand. That's a big step. Then the left. Hands to prayer at your hearts, drop your hips. gazing forward. Now we're going to take our hands to the mat, turn your toes in, pick up your weights, stand it all the way up. All right, so we're going to start introducing our weights and balance. You're going to balance on your right foot, pivot the left out. We're moving into tree pose. I'll turn and face you for just a moment. So you're going to find tree pose. Bring your arms all the way up into goal post. You're going to press and then bring them together like a French door and press. Join me when you're ready. So you're balancing on your right leg in tree pose. So if the balance is a struggle today, which it happens, you can always keep a kickstand down here on the floor if that's better for you. If not, just keep that nice tall posture. Last one. Good. Bring the weights to the chest, step back to a high lunge. From here, we got front raises. Palms are going to face in, lift up and down. Lift and down. So if ever it becomes too much, maybe you start to alternate arms, or you could always put the weights down and just use body weight. 2 more. Good. Take the hands down to the mat. Step back to high plank. So remember, knees down is always an option. You're going to place that weight into the right hand. You're going to pull up, do a tricep kickback, and go back down. So when you're ready, it's row, kick back, and down. Row, kick, and down. 6 more. Two more, you've got this. Stay strong. Good, weight down, downward facing dog. Again, just connect to your breath. Moving into our first cardio burst, move forward to that high plank. So I started you with slow knee taps to elbows. Pick up the pace. Let's go, mountain climb. 1, 2, come on. Halfway, come on, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, you're strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, child's pose. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Wipe that sweat if you need to. It's kind of warm here in the studio today. All right, downward facing dog when you're ready. This time start with the left foot. Step the left foot wide, outside of the hand, then the right. Yogi squat, sink down deep. Eyes forward, back straight, palms pressing together. Reach down, pick up the weights, turn those toes in, stand it all the way up. Tree pose, balancing on the left leg. Rotate the right out. Find your balance. Goalpost arms, begin overhead press to a French door. You've got it, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Two more to go. Good, bring it in, step back to that high lunge. Sink down into the legs, arms down. This time the palms are gonna be down. You're gonna give me front raises here. So you really wanna keep those core muscles engaged. You don't wanna be rocking. Keep that body, that upper body as stationary as you can. Good, 2 more. And bring it down, weights down, step to that high plank. You might need to separate the legs for more stability. That's okay. Right hand, right underneath shoulder. Weight goes into the left hand. 8 times, we row, kick back. Let's go. Two more. You are strong. You've got this. And place the weight down, down dog. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Second and last cardio burst. Move forward to that high plank. Ready, set, go. 1, 2. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose, breathe. Nice job. Good, downward facing dog. Weights are still near the top of your mat. Come into down dog. Step wide into that yogi squat. Drop those hips, press hands to heart. So I've been having you practice picking up the weights from this position. We're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna pick them up, rise up, press them over your head, go back to a yogi squat, all the way down. All the way down, all the way up. Nice and slow. Down, squeeze to come up. 4 more. Last one. Back straight. And good. Bring it back. Sit back into chair pose. Bend your knees. Elbows pull up. Tricep kickbacks. 1, 2. Hold the weights up behind you. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it, isometric hold. Bring it back in. This time, can you balance? Lift your heels up. Sink a little deeper. Elbows up behind the waist. Kick it back for 8. Oops. 7. 8. Hold it up. Lift a little higher. Squeeze. And release. Weights are at your chest. Right foot is going to stay forward. You're going to open up into warrior 2. Palms up, bicep curls, and warrior 2. Now when the arms come up into that bicep curl, straighten that forward leg and bend. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lean over. I'm going to bring you into supported angle. That bottom right arm will be right here, resting on your thigh. We're gonna close the body. So we're gonna bring our chest to face the floor. Then you're gonna row, keep the weight close, press it all the way up, keep it close, and go. So it's a row to a press. I'm adding that spine rotation, engaging your core muscles, because you're opening up. Good, 4 to go. Now place both weights into that left hand. You're gonna keep the chest closed now and give me rows for 1, 2. So I had you double up your weight, the back, large muscle group, plus we have the benefits of using the biceps and triceps in this motion. So you can go a little bit heavier. 4 more, 3, 2, and come up. Meet me in a sun pose, toes turn the corners, knees bent. Rack your weights, you're gonna bring them into a W shape. Press them up wide to a Y. Here we go, down and up. Continue while I wipe the sweat. It is warm in here. Keep going. You got it. Down and up, down and up. Good. Two more. And good, come down, bring the weights to the chest. Little pulses here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn your left toes to the back of your mat. We're gonna find warrior 2 on the left side. This time, hammer curls. So you wanna be sure on your warrior 2 that that leg is not, that knee isn't collapsing in. We keep everything open. Add that straight leg and bend. Good, moving into that supported angle. Lean it over, the weight comes down. We keep it close, we press up and come back down the same way and go. Bring it down, double up the weight, both weights into the right. Start to row, pull, pull. Two more. Good, bring it all the way up. Meet me in that sun pose again. Arms into a W. Whoa, I lost my balance. Arm into a W. And I really want you to engage those muscles in the back. Press them up to that Y shape. Down and up. Two more. Good, lower it down, weights to chest, pulse it out. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Stepped back to the front, the top of your mat. Moving back into one more chair pose. Lower, eyes forward, shoulders down your back. Lift, kick it back for 1, 2. Isometric hold, squeeze. Now from here, we're changing it. You're gonna bring the weights together and wide. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights to chest. Bend the knees into chair. All right, so the best you can, come into balancing chair. Start to bend. We're going all the way to the ground. Weights down. Sit it back. So you're going to meet me in a boat pose. So you really want good posture. When you're ready, lift, boat. We're going to add movement. So we're going to begin first with going low boat to high. So it's low to high. Try that one more time. Good. Now you can always use your hands for support. So now what we're going to do, you're going to take it low, bring your right hand, touch the left ankle, come back, left hand to right, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. Do your best. Halfway there. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5. Whoops, lost that one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Hug your knees to your chest. Little rock here, side to side. Placing the feet on the mat. Single leg bridge lifts. We're going to bring our left foot in as close to the glute as we can. Extend the right leg up. Press the hips up and down. Go. 1, 2. So we spend a lot of time obviously stretching our hamstrings. This strengthens both the hamstring and the glute. Two and 1. Release knees to chest. Rock it up to boat pose. You ready? So I'm going to change it just a little bit. Go to your low, practice. Come up to high. Go to low. Go to high. Here we go. 1. Touching hand to opposite ankle. Pull the knee in. Pull. 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 Now the change if you want it. Keep the leg straight rather than bend it. A little bit more challenging with that longer lever. Do your best. Or try it with the knee bent instead. 4, whoops, I lost it. 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into your chest. You did it. That is challenging, at least it is for me. So don't get frustrated if you found it hard. We just keep working and practicing, right? That's what it's all about. Right foot to the mat, left up. Single leg bridge lifts, begin. It's just about being your best, trying your best every day, and just see what happens. Some days are better than others. It's totally normal. And just knowing it's okay because you're doing your best. Two more. And knees to chest, great job. This time we're going to rock it up and start to stretch it out. So we're going to come into a butterfly stretch. So bringing the feet together, the knees drop open, sit it up tall, and then you're going to start to lean forward any amount. You guys did great. So one of the things I love most about this class is it incorporates, that yoga piece. And so now we are going to start to slow down, work a little bit more on our flexibility, mobility. Really worked on our strength. most of the class. So now let's just work on some flexibility and slow it down. You also want to start to slow down your breath. Coming out of the pose, we're going to take our right ankle over to our left hip, and then we're going to stack the knees best we can. So if this is what's best for you, stay here. If not, we bring both ankles back, both by hips. Do your best. This is a great stretch though for your hips. We're going to extend the arms, take that right arm across, hook it with the left. And then start to take it all the way up and into a tricep stretch. And if you want to go all the way into cow face pose, you're welcome to add your bind. If not, just stick with that tricep stretch. We're going to switch sides. So now left over to right hip. We take the arms up, left arm comes across. Up into that tricep stretch. And then option to bind it. And release. We're going to roll down onto our backs. Lift the right leg. Going into a hamstring stretch, point the toe. Bring that knee down into the chest as you extend that left leg and drop it into your spine twist. Back to your back. Extend the left leg up. Hamstring stretch. Knee to chest. Extend the opposite leg and drop into that spine twist. Bring onto your back, feet together, knees open, reclining butterfly. And I invite you to close your eyes. Start to soften Releasing the tension in the muscles or anything that you might be holding on to. So you have worked hard. We're going to take 1 minute in Shavasana to extend the legs, resting your arms at your sides. Release, let go. Give yourself permission to just be still for a few moments. Take a deep breath in. Begin to reach your arms over your head. Stretch from fingertips to toes. And bring your arms to your sides as you bend your knees. Roll over onto your side. Pause here. Always a great time to acknowledge gratitude for all the things that you're thankful for today. Maybe just pick just one. And then help yourself up to have a seat. You did beautifully. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. Let's take a breath in together, bringing the hands into prayer at our hearts. And from my heart to yours, namaste. Thanks again for joining me for class. Have a blessed day.